And we are back. And as we continue with our 31 Days of Halloween, we checked out The Strangler from 1964. This is rated approved with a runtime of 1 hour and 29 minutes. We actually caught this on the Turner app, but it is also streaming on Fawesome, which is a terrible streamer, and Tubi, and also to buy rent on Prime Video. This comes to us from director Burt Topper, with writing credits to Bill S. Ballinger, and is somewhat based on the case of the Boston Strangler, but the production decided to just call it The Strangler, but pretty much lifted a lot of the story from the headlines that were going around during the time. According to IMDb, the blurb is an overweight lab technician with low self-esteem brought on by his dominant mother becomes a serial killer of female nurses. This is tagged as psychological thriller, serial killer, crime drama, horror, and thriller. I don't know about horror.
Yeah, it's kind of light in the horror department. I mean, I guess the horror of women being stalked and murdered.
Yeah.
But as far as just like setting up atmosphere and things like that, it definitely felt more like I guess like a thriller than a horror movie.
I agree with that. What did you think?
It was all right. I think probably the best part of the movie is the Strangler himself, Victor Buono,
who we know as King Tut from
he was King Tut from Batman 66.
Batman 66 series. Yes, absolutely.
But yeah, he definitely played that sort of henpecked guy. Even just like his appearance, he's sort of like he's got that fat face,
sweating profusely.
But he has like very sort of calm eyes. And even when he's like just talking or chit-chatting with his assistant at the crime lab or wherever he works at.
I think it was a hospital
lab. He's sort of joking in a kind of condescending manner. He has some sort of wit about him. But then when he's dealing with his mom is just a nightmare. She's, why didn't you visit me? Wait, where are you? And he's just like, I was working late. I had a headache, something like that. He's actually killing somebody, but a guy's got to have his hobbies.
Exactly.
Get off his back, lady. His portrayal was probably the best part because nobody else was really into their characters too much. I mean, they might as well just called everybody by their profession. Hey, cop. Hey, nurse.
I don't know if I agree with that. I mean, it is like a low budget film. There aren't any big name stars in this, but I felt like everybody was okay. And
that's what I'm saying. They just kind of did their job. They did their part. But as far as any sort of notable characteristics about those people,
I see what you're saying.
I didn't really feel anything.
Okay.
I mean, I guess
that's fair.
What was the lady's name that became his obsession? Tally. There was Tally. You got a little bit extra from her, but even that character was kind of shallow and undeveloped and just sort of like, oh, okay, I'm just leaving. Yeah. And she knew that this guy was like obsessed with her and was going to try and kill her. And she's telling the cops, no, I don't need your help.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave right now. And he's like, well, I could stay around and watch you pack. No, don't worry about it. It's sort of, the only character that had some sort of characteristics was the Strangler himself, or maybe his mom too. Because his mom was just such a pain in the ass.
Yeah, it was kind of interesting because when I was watching it, I sort of felt bad for her, but then she would be unnecessarily unkind to him. So I kind of understood why he just didn't.
She was a monster. Her. Yeah, she was a monster from the get-go. She was just like, nobody ever liked you.
Yeah.
You've always been kind of fat and uninteresting and boring. It's like, hey, thanks, Mom.
But I feel like, not to excuse, it's terrible, but I feel like that was just the way it was back in the day. Like, people weren't like fuzzy and warm kind of, and it seemed like she was like a single mom. So I don't know.
I think
I'm not making excuses.
No,
but
I think there was more to it than she was definitely a domineering type character who basically made a mess of her son to the point where he was like, oh, well, the solution is I'm going to start strangling women. Honestly, he was like Polka Dot Man.
Do you think that's how he saw the world?
Yeah, that's probably how he saw every girl that he was strangling.
Except for Tally, because he kept her on a pedestal.
He kept her on a pedestal and only went nuts
when
she rejected him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's the problem with like that sort of personality. It's like, wait a minute, that girl, she said hello. She was nice to me.
She must love me.
She must love me. It's love. It's true love. I got a ring and everything.
Yeah.
And she's like, what the hell? Our relationship is you give me $1, I give you 3 balls, and then you win a doll.
Yeah.
That was their entire relationship.
And he won a lot of dolls, and that drawer was full of all, I guess the dolls represented each victim.
Oh, yeah. He had like a drawer full of nude dolls.
That was also weird. Can we talk about, like, was he having, like, sexual release? Because he, like, at one point, didn't he undress one of the dolls?
Yeah. Did he leave the clothes at the murder scene? I
don't remember. Maybe, because he took the doll, and then the doll wound up in the drawer with the other dolls.
Yeah. But
I thought that was very bizarre.
Oh, and he always strangled the girls with their own
pantyhose.
With their own pantyhose.
Yeah, that was another thing that he did. Although there was one where he didn't do that.
He just strangled her with his bare hands.
That was Barbara, right? The friend, Tally's friend.
Tally's friend, yeah.
Because she made him mad.
I think so, yeah.
Right.
And she wasn't a nurse. She wasn't the usual MO.
Right. So he probably would have started. I mean, he definitely was going to kill Tally, too. So he probably was going to just widen his net of victims there. Anything else you want to say? I feel like we've...
Just like I mentioned that this didn't really feel like much of a horror film. It felt more like a crime thriller.
Yeah, TCM, could you please change your genre types? Because everything is sci-fi horror, and this was neither sci-fi nor horror.
More of a crime thriller.
Yes, crime drama. Yeah, there should be a crime drama.
Yeah, there was that. I mean, it was filmed nice.
Yeah, it looked pretty.
It looked pretty. The shots of Leo, where he was always filmed in some sort of like way that conveyed his emotional state. Mm-hmm. His performance was really good.
Yes, I agree.
It's funny. Aside from this and King Tut, I mean, I don't recall seeing him in a lot of stuff. He's a name that I've heard, but yeah, I'm surprised he wasn't in more stuff, because even if it was just him being typecast as the sort of disturbing weirdo loser, he had that sort of like fat that also had some kind of like weird menace to it, you know?
Yeah. Interestingly enough, as an actor, he was in 112 projects.
Really? Is there like, what else was this dude in?
I think we read something that he was nominated for the Whatever Happened to Baby Jane. He did that before this.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Looks like he did a lot of TV work. He died in 1982. The first thing he ever did was 1959 TV series Bronco. Sugarfoot, also a TV series. General Electric Theater.
Any like big movies aside from Baby Jane?
The Story of Ruth, 1960. More TV stuff. He did a ton of television, it looks like. A ton. Wow. Yeah. I mean, 1 or 2 episodes here and there. He played Edwin Flagg in Whatever Happened to Baby Jane.
So he was more of a TV actor than a film actor.
Yeah, I guess so.
All right. Well, I mean, as far as this movie goes, he was probably the only thing worth watching.
And he was only in 10 episodes of Batman. That's interesting.
I mean, that's a lot for Batman. Batman really wasn't on TV for that long. You got anything else to say about this?
I don't think so. I mean, I enjoyed it. I felt shortchanged because it. Yeah, I mean, we read the description, and I don't know what I thought it was going to be. Maybe I thought it was going to be more slashery. Like, you know, we're talking about, this is the 60s, so I'm thinking more of like Italian slasher horror nonsense, but it wasn't that.
Yeah. This felt like an early and not very interesting version of that, where it's like, oh, right, now we're at that stage in movie history where we're heading into those like really exploitative serial killer murder things, where generally it would devolve into some woman running with her boobs out and they would have just like gratuitous sex scenes in it while murders were occurring.
Yeah. I mean, this is 64, so it's not like, I don't think
This
that's
is
going to happen.
no. This is like sort of
a precursor
the
to that.
precursor to that, and then this sort of film evolves into that, and then you get into the 70s, and it's just like I spit on your grave and crazy stuff like that.
Right. We did read something about how he battled with the director about the tonality of the film, and when things got a little too suggestive, he actually walked off the set.
Yeah, I think because there was that one scene where the woman was nude. She just walked out of the shower, and he strangles her from behind the shower door. Mm-hmm. And I guess that was the scene that was a little bit too much for him, because the nudity it's heavily implied there. She's clearly naked behind the thing. You don't see anything. You don't even see him strangling her, really.
Yeah.
He's just sort of like reaching over the door.
Yeah, it was just okay. What would you give it 1 to 10?
This is like a 5. This is just an average movie.
Yeah, it's just a 5. I mean, it was decent. I mean, the production values were good. Victor Buono definitely raises the bar here for the outcome of my score as well. I think he gives a really great performance. You feel bad for him. You feel weirded out by him. He definitely brings you on this emotional roller coaster because he's not a good person. He's doing very, very bad things, but you sort of... because
you see what drove him into this mental state.
You do, but at the same time, I think you also feel pity for him in a way, kind of. And so it's interesting because we're not supposed to like the bad guy. We're just supposed to judge him and lock him up and throw away the key. And here, I think Buono does a really good job of making you sympathize for this unlikable character.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. And before we wrap it up, we would love to get you all to like, share, and subscribe. And tell us in the comments what you think. Have you ever seen The Strangler? And what did you like about it? What didn't you like about it? Leave it in the comments. And with that, we'll wrap it up. And we'll see you back here tomorrow for another review as we continue our 31 days of Halloween.
Good night.
Good night.